Hello, welcome to Euro Hockey Hub. My name is Mark, and in today's episode, we're going to be looking at the absolute chaos in Oberösterreich, in Linz, the city of Linz. Why is that, you may ask? Why are you making another video on the Steinbach Black Wings Linz? Well, let me tell you something. Playoff hockey is the best time of year. I'm sure you'd all agree. Maybe if your team didn't make it. However, I think that even if you can go neutral, you'll get a greater appreciation for the playoffs because you're not so nervous about the result. So, Linz, I don't know how to start this. I'm going to share with you their journey in which they've taken to get themselves into the semi-finals. And it actually all started at home at the Linz AG Ice Arena. The quarterfinals started with their series against the Graz, the Moser Medical Graz99ers, with a regulation loss. Okay, so we've not quite gone into the overtime yet, but the playoff series started with a home defeat, which was a cricket score of 9-6. And then from the next game, away in Graz at the Merkur Eisstadion, it goes crazy. So let's get into it. Okay, I explained the first game of the series of the quarterfinals of the playoffs against the Graz 99ers. Then we have 22.13 minutes of overtime played in another defeat for Linz, which was 3-2. But as we know, they advance, so the story is really incredible. So there's two losses. Then they go back home to the Linz AG Ice Arena, where they win 3-2 with 27 minutes and 3 seconds of overtime played. So we're 3 games in and then nearly an hour, just under an hour of extra hockey. The beauty of playoff hockey, eh? They win at home, so that means they go away to Graz in the next game. It was another heavy scoreline. It was 5-4, and I say only, 9 minutes 27 seconds of overtime. A 5-4 loss, not what they wanted, but as you can see, they go into overtime. These games are tight. So the 5-4 loss away on the road, they follow up with a 2-1 home victory with a little over 9 minutes, 9 minutes 36 of extra minutes played. Then back on the road again in Graz, where they win 4-3 with only 5 minutes 52 of overtime. Wow, that's madness, isn't it? And the last game of the series, Game 7, the Steinbach Black Wings Linz win 3-2 at home with 17 minutes and 7 seconds of overtime played. Now, I did a calculation. I don't know if my sausage fingers typed the buttons correctly. I make that a total of 91.5 minutes of overtime played in that series. 6 of the 7 games in overtime is absolute madness. And one thing for sure is that shows great character strength in that locker room. I think that goes unnoticed at these times, like to keep going. It's so tough. I can't speak of having any playoff experience. I'm not a professional player in any regard. Never will be. Could only ever dream. But just the thought of all that overtime, when you see how hard a game of hockey is, 60 minutes of intensity, and we're talking playoff hockey. As we all know, everyone's finishing their checks. No one wants to let anyone down. So, people are skating hard, making sure not to get odd man rushes or even breakaways. This is what we try to avoid. So people are more willing to go that extra mile in the playoffs, I would say. I think that's fair to say. A little more than the regular season, maybe. That's just my observation from watching hockey. So 91.5 minutes of overtime. And with the 4 overtime victories, they advanced to the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, they're up against KAC. They won the regulation this year. They won the league, which is a remarkable achievement for a very historic club. But guess what? Tuesday night, the 18th of March, KAC play at home against the Steinbach Black Wings Linz. And guess what happens? We have overtime again. So that's 7 consecutive playoff games that the Steinbach Black Wings Linz have played overtime. In my lifetime, unless I'm forgetful, I don't remember ever seeing anything like this at all. And the incredible thing was, they didn't play 5 minutes 52. They didn't play 27 minutes and 3 seconds. No. Last night, in their game against KAC in the first round of the semi-final, they played 43.46 minutes of overtime. It went into third overtime. Absolute madness. And to top it off, Austrian hockey legend, Black Wings Linz hockey legend, Brian Lebler gets the game-winning goal. You couldn't make it up. This is an incredible series. I remember watching that first 9-6 game thinking, wow, we have got something weird going on here. That's a lot of goals. And as the series went on, the games were just so tight. And that is what playoff hockey is. It doesn't matter where you're positioned in the table. As soon as you get onto that ice, it's another thing altogether. And just their journey, the energy, how they can keep their legs going. I think there's a big credit to the fitness coach of the Black Wings Linz, and also the desire of the team and the manager. Now, I want to make it very clear. I made this channel, I am neutral. Yes, I had a great time in Linz, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due with this video, and that's why I'm making this. It's incredible. Would you agree? Anyone out there listening to this that isn't a Linz fan, what do you think of this playoff series? Did you catch any of the games? And what did you think? Could you see them advancing? Did you see them making the semi-final? Or did you write them off? Which, that can happen. I'm not going to criticize. Anyway, sorry. I'm rambling on. I had to make a video on this because honestly, it's quite remarkable and just I don't know where it's going to stop. And I'm really excited for the next game on Friday back in Linz. And will it go to overtime again? Like, a shout out as well to the overtime fan club. The big banner that you have now at the games. I mean, sorry if I've missed this before and this is an old banner and I've only just seen it, but I just think it's fantastic. Like, that is a great banner. And I urge the Steinbach Black Wings Linz, you need to play on this. You need to play on this playoff run and start making some merchandise because it will be very popular. I think historically, it's one of the best series I've ever seen, and that's including NHL hockey. And I'm not saying that because I'm living in Austria and I'm trying to promote this league in a positive light. I'm saying that because it's the truth. Have you guys watched a better playoff series? Let me know. There's been some great series out there, but we're talking the modern game now. That is as good as I've seen anywhere in the world. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on. I hope that wasn't too painful, and I look forward to bringing you something new soon. All the best.